Hi there. This set of videos is about using the CEDriverWizTemplates as available on Codeplex. This version of the video is in 3 parts. This is the third and final part where we do a quick drill down in Visual Studio and see a few reasons for creating the wizards. Let's now look at the second gripe of mine, running sub-projects. We can run sub-projects in a number of ways. On the device we would just open a command prompt and run the sub-projects that way. Within Platform Builder we can actually directly run or orchestrate the running of these sub-projects from Visual Studio itself. We can, from the target menu, choose to run programs, in which case we get a list of programs to run there, or we can use the target control where we just enter S and space and the application name. Let me just add a suite of sub-projects to do with one particular stream, that is the stream driver itself and its test application. You note that you might have seen that in the previous screen I actually just selected a DIRS file which actually specifies all these sub-projects so I can load them as one. That will be covered in subsequent videos. So here we have with the suite we have the test applications. There's the stream driver itself. There's a basic test application which just tests that the driver was loaded. This is the application that actually loads the driver for us, and we can reload it. Difference between the two is this one actually puts the required registry settings into registry for the driver. This one uses the existing ones. And we have our test application. The basic test application here just sees whether it can actually open and close the stream. This one opens the stream, writes to the stream, reads from the stream, closes the stream. This application tests that it can actually write certain ioctls to the stream driver. And finally, this application unloads the driver. These are all generated by CEDriverWiz or CEDriverWizTemplate, depending upon what name you give to the stream, what prefix you use, and various other things. So let's now just look at the running of these. We don't directly run the stream driver, we run the application, say, to load it, to unload it, to test it, and so forth. Okay, so now wouldn't it be nice now if we could just right click on, for example, the load application and say run. There's a run code analysis, but it's not run the application on the device. What we have to do is either go to target control or run programs, or we have the command prompt on the device from there to run the program. So let's start by loading the stream driver. So we go to my stream and we load it there, the stream load app, so we run that and we see that it loaded okay. This is a message generated by those messages that right through all these applications. Let's now test that we can open and close. So we target, run programs, the basic test. So you can see that it opened and closed okay, so the driver seems to be loaded. let's run the more detailed test where it will read and write to the stream. So it wrote this message, it wrote to it and read to it. It read OK, the number of bytes read was the number written, so all's well. So it's able to read and write to that buffer. Let's test the ioctals. We see down here that the various ioctals are running. It sent 10 ioctal calls, 5 of them work, and that's 5 that are implemented in the stream drive, so all's well. Let's now unload the driver. It unloaded the driver OK. Let's just try reloading the driver. Yeah, it loaded OK. Okay, so we can run programs from this menu. We can also run from target control. So if we want to run an application here, we just as in start, put the function there, and it was able to open and close the stream. So from Visual Studio we can run applications using target control or run programs, but as I've said a few times, wouldn't it just be nice to actually right click and be able to run here? So that's finishing my second gripe. The first gripe being just able to add custom projects into that directory as DLLs. Now, to address the first problem, adding custom projects, the first version of this wizard, CEDriverWiz, was implemented as an add-in to the tools menu. CEDriverWiz is essentially just a standalone application which goes and generates all the required files and sets up the text within them to use the required stream name, to use the required prefix and so forth. So when that's installed, if you choose the right options, you get the ability to run it from this menu here. So it runs, and you'll see you get this form where you can actually choose various things. Choose what functions you want to use, whether you use retail messages, debug messages, what sort of ioctals you want, and so forth, and then choose which of those functions, those applications, subprojects that you want to use or implement. This new wizard, CEDriverWizTemplates, goes a bit closer to the bone, bit closer to being integrated, like what I said, as in adding from here. What you do is right click and say add new project, and you'll see that under Platform Builder not only is there the operating system design template, but there are the various templates. And so you get your basic stream, that's your driver there, and so forth. So you can actually do each of these individually. The actual using of this will be the subject of the third video. Okay, so there are my gripes. The wizard addresses this first issue of having custom third-party sub-projects apart from the ones that are come out of the box. Some resources. I'm co-author of this book, which is available from Rocks. I co-author this with Sam Fung and Thierry Jouvet. Other resources is our embedded101.com site. Various particularly Windows CE, Windows Embedded Compact resources are there, and its readership and input is growing by the day. Finally, there's the Microsoft Windows Embedded site. In particular, look for the white papers there to do with device drivers and board support packages. They are extremely useful. The next video will quickly address the setting up of CEDriverWizTemplates.